Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards, a very sweaty and winded Stevie Richards, I might add. Welcome back to the Garage Gym. And in today's video, we have a very long-term review of this right here, the Fight Camp, but not just the bag, not just the wraps, not just the punch trackers, which are inside right here, not just gloves, and not just the app, everything. We're gonna update you on each and every segment of what the Fight Camp offers. So definitely check the link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. We'll have timestamps, or in this case, we may call them rounds instead of chapters or timestamps. So check those to skip to what you want to, but watch the whole thing if you have a chance, because I try to be as detailed as possible. Stuff like this is not cheap. Also, I'm going to give you my recommendations out of this bundle, what you should get and what you might want to avoid. It might apply just to me, but I want to give you a caveat concerning one of the things in this bundle. See how winded I am? I'm already mispronouncing stuff with my Philly accent. So let's get started first and foremost with the bag. So this bag has held up extremely well. We've used it quite a bit, not just myself, but my wife as well. We haven't used it as much as we should use it, but we have used it to a very good degree to see if there's going to be any tears in the canvas or whatever material this is, the base. Now, just a note, I did not, to this date, I haven't from the very beginning, filled this to the full point. I haven't filled it all the way to the top because I still want to move it around. So when you're watching the B-roll of me punching the bag, you're going to see it move more than it should. It's because I want to move the bag outside, get a free tan. I even have a crazy idea about taking this bag to the beach for another updated review and take you through an entire full workout with the ocean behind me. That's my crazy thoughts of the ideas I have. But with it filled up this much, or not as much as would be in other cases, I can move it around very easily on my own, either just rolling it back and forth to its set position or taking a hand truck and taking it outside in order to use it anywhere outside the garage gym. So let's talk about these wrist wraps. Still have them on because they're very, very comfortable. These are designed very well. The comfort level of these are great, whether you're going to go with a bundle that includes these or if you're going to buy them a la carte. I highly recommend these. They just nailed this. This is a great design all around, comfort, and I just really do love these wrist wraps. If I'm going to use them with the Fight Camp gloves, which I'm going to get to next, or I'm going to use it with MMA gloves or anything else, these are pretty much universally compatible with any kind of glove you want to use. They're really ergonomic. The pad here is nice. The wrap, the Velcro hasn't gone bad at all on me. And also, let me just take this out real quick. And you see right here, the punch trackers. We're going to talk about the punch trackers in a second, but I want to talk about the gloves in the next round of this video. So next up in this long-term review of the Fight Camp are the Fight Camp branded gloves. And these have held up extremely well. They still have sweat from the workout, but you can see no tearing on either glove. And I've used these as much as I can. And that's what we're going to talk about next as far as these gloves is the comfort level, or in my case, the discomfort level. See, I've had a lot of injuries, and this might be just applying to me and not to you out there. I might be the minority when it comes to this kind of stuff, but these 16-ounce gloves, which is what they weigh, it tends to hurt only on my right knuckles, and I have broken these fingers from time to time. I've jammed them pretty bad. I've had some injuries to my hands, so my left not so much, but my right, when I punch, and you'll see it in the B-roll, when I get certain punches in there, it just feels like the bar or whatever is in this glove is just impacting right there on the knuckles and making me want to shake it out. It gives me a little bit of pins and needles. It feels like I'm jamming my hand or my knuckles as I'm in here. They fit perfectly. I talked to the people from Fight Camp and it fits perfectly. I even have another pair over there that are a little bit smaller for my wife. Same exact thing. So it's not like it's sliding back from being too big of a glove. It's just uncomfortable for me. So what I have to do is probably swap these out for open fingered MMA gloves. That way I can grab a drink, I can change the music that I'm listening to or in the app. I can pause it. But what happens is I use the gloves as much as I can to tolerate the pain. And then I just switch to the wrist wraps, and I find that I can do a little bit more speed work on the heavy bag, and I feel less pain without the gloves when I'm hitting the bag, which should be the opposite than with the gloves. So the gloves are kind of a no-go for me. My wife loves the gloves, no pain for her, using the size that I talked about before, the smaller size. So it's just a personal preference that these gloves, nothing wrong with the gloves, something wrong with me, a lot wrong with my hands at least. So there's nothing wrong with them. They're just not my preference for wearing gloves. So I'm going to switch, like I said, to the open handed or open fingered MMA gloves. So let's talk about the punch trackers right here. There's two of them. This one here came out of my left wrist. I still have the one here in the wrist wrap here. Here is the charging cradle, and all you do is put it right in there. We plug it into the outlet we have here as a multi-port outlet that has a USB port. It always stays plugged in, and you can see it flashing red because it's not paired up. When it goes into the charger, it turns green. We covered this in the initial full reviews. Check it out where we go over the punch trackers and all that stuff and all the things that we might have missed here in the long-term review. So let's talk about the Fight Camp app. I have it right here on my iPhone 13 as well as my iPad Pro. And this app, they did not rest on their laurels in the initial full review. They've improved it. They've added workouts, added categories, even shadow boxing, shadow kickboxing, strength, warm up, core, stretching, recovery, drill. This app is incredible. This is one of the few apps out there. There's a lot of connected fitness apps that charge you 40, 50 bucks a month, whatever it's going to be at the time of this recording. Fight Camp is definitely worth it as far as if you want a great boxing, kickboxing workout, but you also want to be guided in other ways from the trainers in the app. This here does all that, and I've been impressed. I was impressed in the first place, but I'm really impressed with what they offer and continue to add on to the offerings in the Fight Camp app. Would I recommend Fight Camp? I think the short answer is absolutely. I definitely would. The app has workouts on all levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced. I haven't quite got up to advanced. I haven't really touched intermediate all that much, but instruction, teaching you how to box, how to kickbox, different types of workout. They added strength workouts, they added stretching workouts, shadow boxing, shadow kickboxing. They're adding in each and every category. So it has something for everybody. It's going to take you a very long time to get bored of the workouts. And as you start to even think you're getting bored, I see them adding more content all the time to the app. Now that's the software. The hardware, you can actually, outside of the punch trackers and the wrist wraps, you might be able to get away with ordering gloves off Amazon and even ordering a bag. Now, why would you do that? Maybe to make sure you're going to stick with it. The app isn't cheap. You're going to pay a monthly fee for the subscription, and the investment will be minimal if you get a cheaper bag. You get the gloves. I like the open-handed ones for 25, 30 bucks for a pair, and they're a little more affordable, a lot more affordable in some situations than the bag and the gloves in a bundle. Now, you may want to just order the bundle, get everything delivered, and get ready to go, and that's it. But you may want to kind of ease into it, make sure that the workout app is for you before you order all this stuff. You can still order the bag, the gloves, and of course, I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should order the wrist wraps and the punch trackers. The wrist wraps are comfortable. The punch trackers are essential for the app because you're counting punches. It's a big part of the gamification of the Fight Camp app. So that goes without saying. Punch trackers, wrist wraps, then the gloves and the bag. It's kind of up to you. It's kind of up to what you want to do, if you know you're going to stick with it, or if you just want to save some money. There's other options out there. Of course, this is held up almost a year later. These both, the gloves and the bag, look brand new. And that is with two people using it, even though not as much, we're still using it quite a bit over the past 11, 12 months. So definitely highly recommended all around. There goes my Philly accent again. The video is getting too long, and I podcasted. I podcasted twice today. Not a good day to film, but a good day to punch something and work out the stress. So we do have an affiliate link in the description below for Fight Camp. If you want to buy any of this stuff, if you want to buy the bundle, it helps support the content here. Also, sometimes you can save some money using this link or any of the links in the description below. But like I said, each and every time you do that, we are so grateful, and you help support the content here at Stevie Richards Fitness. Most importantly, God bless each and every one of you. Have a great day.